आज हमारे साथ हैं मिस्टर संदीप सालवी, जो इंडियन प्रोफेशनल कराटे काउंसिल के जनरल सेक्रेटरी हैं, और उनके साथ हम जानेंगे अबाउट हिज एक्सपीरियंसेस इन कराटे एंड एडवाइस टू यंग कराटेकास। और अब ये वीडियो आपके सामने प्रेजेंट करते हैं। हाउ डिड यू स्टार्टेड डेवलपिंग इंटरेस्ट इन कराटे? करियर कराटे में मुझे
Yeah, it was not a career choice. The thing was that when I started karate specifically for health, just for health. And then as I went on training, I got interested more, and I wanted to learn more and more and more. So while doing that, it also happened, I started teaching also. And then that thing went on and I got interested, I got developed interest, and then I was teaching all through my life.
तो सर आपको कितना टाइम हो गया सर कराटे करके, सीखते सीखते?
I have not kept a count of it, but I started in 74.
Okay, so around 48 years.
6 and 48 years, yes. बुड्ढा हो गया कराटे में.
The General Secretary of Indian Professional Karate Council.
Also. At present, I'm the chairman. I was earlier the General Secretary of Maharashtra Karate Association when it was run by Sensei Bert Cooper and Sensei Parul Mistry and that group.
Okay.
So that time I was there. I was the General Secretary. So now at present I've taken over that as the chairman of Maharashtra Karate Association, the original Maharashtra Karate Association, which was established in 1978. And also I'm involved with the IPKC since its inception.
How this organization is helping in development of karate in India, sir?
See, everybody's model of karate has been to take money from the parents basically, and from the students of course, and giving them opportunity to play in the tournament, but they have to pay for it.
Yes.
Which is quite an amount, and wherever the tournaments are held, the children have to go over there, travel there, the parents have to spend, travel over there, staying, vagera, khana, pina, everything they have to pay. So IPKC wanted to get away from that model, and we started looking for sponsors who would sponsor the players, and the players should get some financial benefit out of training for so many years and all, participating and benefiting from that.
Okay. सर आप इंटरनेशनल कराटे रेफरी भी रह चुके हो, तो सर आप जब एक इंडियन कराटेका को देखते हो और जब एक फॉरेन कराटेका को देखते हो, तो सर आप उनके बीच में आपको सर क्या क्या डिफरेंसेस दिखते
हैं? I think the karateka ka training is totally different, and it is I've noticed in India, especially, there's a lot of bias in refereeing. With the result, they give points very easily to their own players and to the other distinct and all. And also with the result, many times what should be a penalty, not a score, they give them as a point very easily. And so the players get used to getting points very easily, which is not the case, any technique has to meet 6 criterion. And even if one criterion is missing, that is not counted as a point or a score. Whereas these referees over here and the instructors, they give their points very easily to the students. So when our students go abroad, they find it, I scored, but I didn't get a point. I was not given a point. And there they started blaming the referees, saying that the referees are biased, and that is why we are not getting points. That is not the case. Because referee is not the only one who gives points. There are 4 other judges also. Plus now there is a television review. So unless until it meets the 6 criterion, the referees and the judges will not give a score also.
Yes. Okay.
So that I also always used to believe, and I tell also everybody, even since I was small, I used to see Sensei Cooper because he was the first India's first, the first batch of referees who was qualified. The first batch of VUCO referees. That time WKF was VUCO. So he was the first person to qualify from India. Of course, he was the first. But among the first batch of VUCO referees, he was the person to qualify. And while growing up, we used to watch him doing the referee and all that in the national hall. So I noticed that although when he was refereing, even the opponent team, all the other state teams also would ask that, please, you do this thing, you do our final, you be there, we don't mind, you being this thing. It was very fair and very points would be given for only points, not for a what would be termed as a penalty point, or a penalty which should be given a penalty for a technique. It would never happen like that. So observing all that, I was also interested in refereeing and judging. And it was under Sensei Cooper only that I learned my basic of refereeing and everything. How the referee should control the match. It's not the players who should be able to dictate terms to the referee and do all the, whatever natak and drama that they do. I should get a point. No. They should not have the this thing to tell the referee that you did not see this. Impossible.
ये हो गया पार्ट एज अ रेफरी का, अपने रेफरी का भी जो
Yes.
पार्ट। तो सर आप ट्रेनिंग के बारे में कुछ बता रहे थे, उसके बारे में क्या आप बताना चाहेंगे?
ट्रेनिंग के बारे में उन लोग का I travel to Japan very often, at least once a year. And I've also been in Japan for training for quite some time. And they have these tournaments which are over in one day. In one hall, they have these multi-purpose halls in which they mark the rings. And there are 12 rings. Each ring has got sufficient number of referees and judges.
Okay.
Each of the ring has got one chief referee, plus all those things, and their scorekeepers and the table officials and all. Itna bada hota ki in one day they finish one whole tournament, and they've got tournaments from region wise, ward wise, going up to their district wise, and then going still further up to their we would call it state, state wise.
Okay.
And then the national wise. Plus every year without fail they have the national games every year, and each one city would host the national game. And when the national games are hosted, all the parents, everybody, all the people themselves are involved, and Japanese people are also brought up to this thing, since childhood they've been brought up. There's nothing like small work or big work or this and that. So you'll find parents and who are like very well off in their life, and is very doing small work like serving refreshment to referees, judges, arranging the table, tatami, this, that, changing from the scoreboards and all that to putting the flag and all. All people are involved in that. And this is the national games are not only karate national. Karate national, of course, that is a separate issue, but involve all sports. And every year it is there. And so that's why that first of all, the training over there is continuous training. It is not that at camp lagaya or for either for judges or whatever, and for players. And then again they go back and they're supposed to practice what they've learned at the camp. They have a camp continuous, like there's a 15 days camp, and then afterwards they're training in their own class and all. Plus they're training by themselves also. What they learn. Training is different everywhere, even abroad also. I mean, all other European countries and even Asian countries, West Asian countries also. A lot of different. I mean, the government is sponsoring that heavily, and that is why they're getting the results. Means heavy what do you call, sponsorship and support from the government, because they consider that karate also as a medal winning potential for their country, you know.
Okay.
Now in Asian Games, it is there. Asian Games karate is a proper regular this thing. Although in the last Olympics, it has come in Olympics after so many years.
Yes.
And that too, last time it was as a demonstration sport. Now, I already did, what do you call, France, 2024 has said that they will be introducing 2 other sports. They are not interested in karate. But anyway, there's a lot of pressure from the French Karate Federation also to try and continue that karate.
Yes.
So it has to be first 3 years, it will be as a demonstration sport, and then after that, it will become a full-fledged sport. And it's not that karate is, what do you call this, practiced worldwide. There's so many, what do you call, millions of practitioners, and yet karate could not get into the Olympics because of various reasons. In fact, sometime back, whenever they had the, what do you call, elections to which sport should be introduced, karate had won in all the way, in all whatever 4-5 rounds they had. Karate was the top, got the top most. But at the final, this thing, they could not get included. I don't know why.
जैसे लास्ट ईयर ओलंपिक्स में इंट्रोड्यूस हुआ था कराटे, तो सर ओलंपिक को देख के व्हाट वी कैन से कि इंडियन कराटे का स्टैंड कहाँ पे आता है? अगर आप मैच देखोगे तो व्हाट यू कैन से अबाउट इट?
No, I am not. I'm saying that the Indian karatekas also have a lot of potential, and including men and women, they've got good potential. But that support system, the backing, that is lacking. No, sorely lacking.
Okay, like sir,
सब तरह से, you know, right from what do you call, selection से शुरुआत होता है, favoritism and everything. Plus the parents, I mean the students have to contribute to get first of all get selected for the camp and then get selected for the team and all that, for which we have to be blamed. In the meantime, what I'm saying is that this poor karatekas get like they say, no, दो पाटन के बीच में पिस्ता फंस जाते हैं. He cannot raise their voice also, although there were some people who raised their voice, but they were never again seen in the karate scene. At present, the Indian Olympic Association does not recognize any karate organization.
Okay.
And so does the government of India. Now, AIKF, now what do you call, Kai, now Kyo. And government has brought a new order that Sai will form a committee and be authorized to select a team to represent India till this thing is settled or not. Because all these people are in court. इसमें बच्चों का बहुत नुकसान होता है, बहुत है ना, टेरेबल. अभी वो स्कूल में करते हैं, कॉलेज में करते हैं, you know, they're doing karate, they're winning medal, making prizes, and then they're also winning prizes by what do you call, participating in tournaments which are called international tournaments.
Okay.
Which are not actually international. They are actually tri-nation or bi-nation, you know. Maybe Sri Lanka, Nepal, and Bangladesh might be participating in the tournament, and they call that, they feel that the parents also feel and the students also feel that we've achieved something very well, you know, something great. But that certificate has no value because the government, when it looking for any jobs or something, वो consider नहीं करते. In fact, government के inter school, state level जो होते हैं tournament, which has a certificate which is recognized for that. So after they, what do you call, apply for a job in the government, especially for police jobs and all that, उन लोगों का certificate checking होता है, तो rechecking होता है, you know, and then that when they come for rechecking, come back to the federation or to the association, and they give a letter. Yes, he had participated, but the government doesn't recognize those certificates. So उन लोग का जो job मिला है, supposing they've opted for karate and they've got a job, they have to leave the job. They don't get the job.
Okay.
Whereas some Maharashtra Karate Association now, for every state level tournament we do, we give a whole set of papers with the draw sheets, this thing, result sheets, ये वगैरह सब करके, and these people are there, were present at the time the tournament is held.
Okay.
Actually, the the director of sports office should not have to ask because by the time they ask somebody else is the president or the secretary. And they want the secretary or the president to give an undertaking on a stamp paper.
Okay.
Saying that he has participated and whatever is true and false, and if anything is wrong and it is found to be a false thing, that the secretary and president will be responsible. But the thing is that when they take over, or when the students give the certificates for a job and they apply for a job, if somebody else is over there, they say, we don't know, we don't have the record. So it should be compulsory that the secretary, president should give that set of records to the director of sport, and then the district sports officer should verify it with the director of sport. Baba, inka record hai kya? Inka naam hai kya? And then, give the certificate clearance.
Yes.
Because police में भी job करेगा तो direct you have to ask the director of sports verify the certificates.
Correct.
Director of sports should be able to verify it from the record that are present over there. So all these records should be given, a full bunch should be given to the director of sports office, and it should be maintained over there, and they should verify from that only. The parents come to know, or the students come to know about it afterwards. Yes. They don't know what is going on, what is the politics going on, what is this thing going on, what on what basis the people are selling certificates. But this doesn't happen in karate. It has happened in lots of sports.
Yes.
Especially in team sports.
So if someone wants to pursue karate as a career, इंडिया में अभी भी है ऐसा कि कराटे पे करियर बना सकते हैं?
Karate में definitely career बना सकते हैं, but karate is not yet developed as a professionally like all the others. For example, tennis or football or cricket has developed, and has got that big sponsorships and all, where it can become a very lucrative career. So karate is a good career, but it's not that lucrative or not that economical this thing unless you resort to shortcut methods to make money, like sell certificates, and to students who are not not up to that level. And many people are doing that. They're selling certificates, and parents don't know what it is. They're very happy that the child has got this belt and that belt and all that.
Yes.
And there are many people who also conduct tournaments in which there are pools. Age category में pool रहते हैं, 4 के pool रहते हैं.
Okay.
and वो 4 में से सब लोग को एक को गोल्ड, एक को सिल्वर, 2 को ब्रॉन्ज मेडल मिलना ही मिलना है.
Oh, it's a fix.
Yeah, it's all. Everybody has to be kept happy, sort of. There, this thing is that everybody should be happy. Nobody should get this thing from karate and all that. ऐसा भी नहीं है कि अच्छा बोलो 4 पूल में सबको दिया, फिर बाद में उन लोग को जो पूल का जो विनर है उन लोग का टूर्नामेंट कराया, फिर उनमें से क्या ग्रैंड चैंपियन निकाला. ऐसा भी नहीं होता है. 8 पीपल के पूल में 4 जन को ये मिलना ही मिलना है. And there, sometimes there are 15, 20, 30 pools. एक कैटेगरी में.
हाँ. तो सर इसमें अदर देन कोचिंग क्या करियर ऑप्शन अवेलेबल है अभी के लिए कराटे में इंडिया में?
A lot of this thing now, people like a person who trained in the army, properly trained in the army. So there are properly trained karate calls. There's a lot of demand.
Yes.
Discipline, physical fitness, strength, this, that. So they get employment and better employment because of the training they receive in karate. Very good sport or activity to pursue during your school period time.
Yes.
It will give you a good foundation to carry you better, And karate is not a fight, a physical fight which you just have on the ring.
Yes.
Karate is happening, or a fight is happening in many spheres, in many ways, especially mental this thing.
Okay. Yes.
Of course, so much this. And karate doesn't teach you to only to be physically fit and physically strong, also makes you mentally strong, very strong.
Yes.
Karate develops a person's character if he has learned properly, And now there is a, what you call, especially with this self-defense being given importance to girls and to boys and to everybody. There's a lot of scope for good teachers also.
Okay.
In full life, they can be teaching. A lot of schools have got demand. A lot of schools have got openings. Schools and all who employ karate. There's so much demand for that. For from their students and from their parents that they should be taught karate and all that. The school also making money.
Okay.
Good money. Yeah.
So how can you tell us?
No. The school charge you a certain amount.
Okay.
For every activity that they do. Out of that, the school takes a big share.
Yes.
Of course, it is the infrastructure, the students are there, the time they're giving. But the government has said that there should be at least 2 physical training PT classes or two classes for twice a week. So there is a demand. There is a lot of interest in people, in the parents. And many times what happens is that very initially, the students have got a lot of interest. But after a few months, within 2 or 3 months, they stop, their interest wanes off, Like it happens in every this thing. Then it is up to the parent to convince and cajole the child to continue till you achieve some rank or something,
Okay.
And by the time they go to that rank, to achieve that rank, they're totally and interested and fixed. This is what I have to do. That initial stage is very important. Initially, when they join, it's very interesting. They think they're just kicking and punching and just मजा करने का रहता है, इसको मारने का, उसको मारने का, punching bag को मारने का. It's not just that. A lot of discipline work, a lot of hard work, a lot of training. So at that time, when the children don't want to do it, they say, "नहीं, mama, I don't want to go to karate class. Karate class में नहीं जाने का है. अभी क्या उधर सर खाली वो करते हैं, हम लोग को खाली किकिंग और पंचिंग कराते हैं और फिर अभी मजा नहीं आता है. मेरे को अभी फुटबॉल ज्वाइन करने का है." ओके, फुटबॉल फिर ओके, चलो बेटा, हाँ फुटबॉल करो. The parents say, no, you must do this karate, and after you do karate, whatever other spare time you have, that you have to do other classes.
Yes.
Art, craft, dancing, football, cricket, whatever.
Yes.
Because cricket and football are not going to sustain them all throughout their life. Only very few people get a chance to play for the state or for the nation. And many people are also just employed in the many organizations, for example, railways and big organizations, just to play cricket. But that too, how long?
Yes.
After that, they have to come back to that whatever job,
Correct.
There are many sportsmen who are employed by railways, employed by the police and all, just for playing the particular sport. So that way, there's a good thing for as an employment potential. But even same thing with karate. And karate not only helps, even if you don't do anything, if you're not doing any of these, not employed by this thing, even if you're doing it's your own thing, your own business, this, that.
Hmm.
That disciplinary training and the training actually that sportsman spirit, वो सब वगैरह सब कराटे में बहुत अच्छी तरह से होता है डेवलप.
यस सर, जैसे
हाँ जी.
क्रिकेट और फुटबॉल का जो क्रेज है इंडिया में, अगर उसी तरह का क्रेज, एक्साइटमेंट अगर इंडिया में करना है कराटे के लिए, तो सर आपके हिसाब से सर क्या करना चाहिए?
See, first thing is we have made a start with this UKL, the Ultimate Karate League. We made a start for that, to have that what do you call television audience. Once the television companies come in, then there will be a lot more sponsorships. Okay, start हुआ अभी देखते हैं. Now third season is going to come for the UKL. It's going to be in October or maybe October or December.
Okay.
So अभी वो सब क्रेज जो है क्रिकेट का, फुटबॉल का, बिकॉज ऑफ टेलीविजन कवरेज. वैसा तो कराटे के लिए ऐसा कुछ कवर नहीं था. देयर वाज नो वीडियो बैंक, कराटे का. अभी वो स्टार्ट हो गया है, 2 सीजन हो गए हैं. And with each season there were changes, improvements, and it's getting on.
Yes.
Karate will definitely get there.
So other than that, मीडिया के अलावा और भी कुछ कर सकते हैं?
There should be lot more sponsorships from companies वगैरह. Some companies have started giving funds for karate through a CSR project. The government is doing a lot for sports itself, encouraging. They've started that sporting culture from school itself. They've started, which is very good. It will take some time to pick up, but I'm sure it will be there.
So any advice to young karatekas?
Like it's an advice not only to karatekas but to all sportsmen. So whatever you do it sincerely, and don't think that you will get the results immediately. कोई भी इसमें.
Yes.
And secondly, sports is the only field where you can fail as many times as you want, but you can still keep on trying to win.
Yes.
And especially in karate, I always tell my students that if you have not lost a bout, you have lost the will to win. So even if you lose, if you analyze why you lost and try to find out and improve on those mistakes that you have made and not make a mistake in the next this thing. Again, even in the next time also you bowed this thing, and you keep on training till you win. But after you win also you have to keep on training, otherwise in the next match you'll again lose.
Yes.
You have to be on the top of your game always. To all my fellow instructors and fellow referees and judges, when you're training in the class and all, don't give points very easily. Make every student work for each point that they score.
Okay.
You follow? That way they'll get trained to really fight well, to play well, to win. The only thing that I feel is that karate is a game where the judgment, because it is a game where either you fight till you knock out the opponent, but that is not allowed as per the rules. As per even the Olympic listing also, there should be no blood or anything. So it is a very subjective on the referees and judges also. It depends to a large extent. So referees, judges ne training अच्छा दिया, and the coaches, the students, then they will not feel I was getting points so easily in the class or in the tournament, in the local tournament, and why I'm not getting in this fight or in this tournament.
Yes.
When there's some other referees, who are not biased and things, they will keep wondering. But if they've got the training of getting and fighting for the right point, then they will definitely win.
Correct.
Parents and the karateka players themselves should not get fascinated by small these things, small achievements and rest on this laurel. They have to try to this thing. I'll be an international champion. I'll be this thing. I will train, work hard to come to that level.
Yes.
Eventually, however much the coaches and the instructors they teach you, it eventually will depend on the individual.
Yes.
How much they pick up, how much they retain, how much they can use that thing in a tournament or in a fight. Whatever the techniques they've learned.
Yes.
All the instructors and all coaches, they teach super fantastic techniques. But that student karateka should be able to reproduce that in the ring.
Correct. Yes.
और वो reproduce करने के लिए they need a lot of ring practice. और वो ring practice अच्छे तरीके से होएगा, and when they really have to work hard for the points, then they will become very good. Actually, जो politics चलता है, ये करता है, the parents, they're not aware of it.
Yes, aware.
But in spite of, even if they are aware of it, they have to be like it's part of the game, sort of ऐसे करके उनका students को, उनका बच्चे लोग को, they have to give them a good guidance that has to come from the parents also.
So on this note, we end our session, sir. काफी कुछ जानने मिला, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
My pleasure to meet you and meet everybody else and having a chance to talk to everybody.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.